Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to give you 6 skill sets every man must know to badass. Let's do it. So there are a lot of videos out there talking about things that men need to do, things that men need to say. I saw a video that said that one of the important skill sets that a dude must have, this was real deal. I'm not going to say the channel name. I'm not going to do that. But this channel said that one of the main skill sets that a man must have to navigate in society today was to get his nails done. What? Bro, what? You are crazy. Now, if that is the kind of advice that is being levied in the greater community, bruh, we have got to make a change. So that is evidence of the fact that there has been a disconnect with our manhood from the greater society, and we need to get it back. Because getting your nails done is not a skill set that a man needs to have, bro. Even if you're into that kind of thing, getting your nails done is not even on the first 100 list of things that you need to do as a man to survive in the environment that we're in today. So today, we are going to give you 6 skill sets that every man must have in order to badass. Let's do it. So before we get into the juice, guys, do me a favor and go ahead and click the subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit that like button so we can get more viewers, spread the word, and build the badass nation. Let's do it. So number 1 on the list is we've got to get back to our primal instincts. What are primal instincts?
The males were the undisputed leaders of the community. Females and children may often have been left alone as males went on extended hunting expeditions.
So number 1 of the things that I always pay attention to is the fact that we are constantly being taken away from our natural instincts. Our instincts are what got us here. Our instincts have protected us for millions of years, have carried us through the storm. We've gotten there to the other side. It was our instincts that allowed us to do that. Today in the society that we're in, I see, just with my own observations, that a lot of guys have lost touch with their natural instincts to be leaders, natural instincts to protect, to provide. These are things that we have lost contact with, we've lost touch with, because we are in a society today that tells men not to be those things and then punishes them for doing so. So if you want to be a leader and be the badass that you are supposed to be, the society is now sending signals that that's not what you should be doing. I want to say to you guys out there, you should always be putting yourself in positions of leadership, whether you want to lead something, chess club, gaming, official, whatever it is that you're really into. Try to find ways to take leadership in those roles. It will be a great, valuable asset to not only yourself, but to the community, because young boys need to see men in leadership positions. Very important as guys that you do that. Number 2, you need to allocate your resources. Allocating resources is very important as men. How much money do you need to make to manage your life? These are skill sets that you have to develop and sharpen so that you can have the wherewithal to know where you stand. A man who cannot allocate his resources, a man who does not understand cause and effect, who can't manage his finances, he can't manage his relationships, he can't manage his life, his workspace. These will have a tremendous effect on your ability to be who you need to be in this world we're in today. You have got to manage your resources, which means that you need to know how much money you're making and how much money you can spend. If you don't have good control over that, you're gonna find yourself in a poorhouse. You're gonna find yourself out of doors. You're gonna find yourself living on your mom's couch when you're 50. Bro, we don't want to be that guy. So don't do that. Manage your resources. Why is managing resources important? Again, it goes back to our innate instincts. As men, we had to manage firewood. How much firewood do we need to keep our ass warm tonight? If you didn't know that, you froze, got killed, something happened to you. Not only should you be good at allocating your money allocating your friends, allocating your resources. You should be extremely capable to allocate the fuck out of your time, because your time is your most valuable asset. Allocate your time like there is no tomorrow. If you start doing that, you're gonna get more efficient, you're gonna be more productive, you're gonna be able to badass your entire life. Number 3, how is your fight game? Can you fight? So one of the other things that we need for skill sets to be men is the fact that, bro, you need to know how to fight. The number one thing I think guys make a mistake at is underestimating their inability to handle themselves in an altercation. You have to know how to fight. And fighting is not a hobby, it is a skill set. Much like knowing how to read is a skill set, which means you have to practice at it, develop it, refine it, and enhance it. A lot of guys make the mistake of thinking when the altercation is going to happen, they're going to somehow miraculously pull a rabbit out of a hat, and they're going to get the skills that they need to handle themselves on pure emotion. Bro, it doesn't matter how angry you are, doesn't matter really how strong you are. If you do not have skill sets in hand-to-hand combat, you're going to get your ass handed to you, bro. And we don't want that to happen. So a big skill set that men must focus on to develop yourself and develop your muscle mass is, number 1, you want to make sure you're at a gym doing some kind of physical training regimen. Weightlifting, cardio combined, something that's getting you physically fit. Training for your muscle mass. So those are things that you must do. You must be at the gym, training, lifting weights, doing cardiovascular exercises, and also you must be training in hand-to-hand combat. I like Wing Chun, Kung Fu. I also like Judo. Those are some of my favorites. You need to find what martial art strategy works for you, but you definitely need to employ that. If it were me, I would do all 3: martial arts, weightlifting, and cardio combined. Number 4. So we know that we cannot have our physical adversity and ability if we don't have our nutrition in order, bruh. Which means you have got to learn how to cook, bro. You've got to understand how food combining works. You got to be able to make the food that you need to survive in any given situation, which means you need to know your macros, you need to count your carbs, you need to count your fats. All of those things are critical, because if you do not have full capacity over your mind and your body, how can you deliver as a man the skill sets that you need to deliver? So did you know that over 60% of your calories are burned not by your heart, not by your kidneys, by your brain? Your brain is burning 60% of your total caloric intake, which means if your brain is not being properly fed with the right nutrients, with the right foods, how are you going to stand a chance to manage in a society that's putting increasing pressure upon you? Number 5, one of the biggest disconnects that I see that men have today is that they simply don't know how to build shit. They don't know how to improvise. They don't know how to take something that's broken and fix it. All they know how to do is go buy something else. Bro, that's going to affect not only your economics, but it's going to affect your ability to make shit happen. As a man, this society is looking upon us to deliver skill sets on how to build. You got to know how to change your oil, yes. But you also need to know how to build some shit, like build a wall, build a cabinet, build some shit, build a go-kart, build something. Engineering is critical for how society climbs through different stages. Without true engineering and men developing technology, we will not be here. Engineering and developing technologies and ideas on how to solve problems are what we are good at as men. We must focus on where we're good at. And when you are a man and you don't know how to build anything, you don't know how to fix anything, you have no use. I see a bunch of guys on YouTube giving men advice on bullshit, like, how to dress better and what kind of clothes you should wear. But the thing that we want to watch out for, and the pitfall that we can potentially find ourselves in, is that we have the exterior of a man, but inside we don't actually do the things that men should be doing, like building, developing technology, engineering, solving problems. These are things that we need to do as men. So it's not just how good your clothes are, do you have the latest, Vans on your feet. It also has to be, what the fuck can you do, bro? Because if you're just a shell that looks good, looks the part, but can't deliver, bro, you are serving yourself short as a dude, and you're serving the society short because you're not building shit. You're actually just a placeholder. You don't want to be a placeholder guy. You don't want to be that guy that looks really good, drives a nice car, but he has no substance. When the water pipe breaks, he's calling the plumber. When the tire falls off the car, you're calling someone else. You're always depending upon someone else. We don't need placeholder men. We need men that can actually get to the business of shit if something goes crazy. Real talk. Yo, number 5, you need to know how to shoot. Yes, sir. One thing you can do as a man is understanding that you need to be able to protect yourself and your family and others. And the only way you can really do that in today's society, you need to understand and know how to work firearms. Yo, what's up, guys? Glad you made it to the end. If you did, click the subscribe button, click that like button while you're at it. We upload videos every week. We will see you next week on How to Badass. Let's do it.